we go into Darlington.
So today we're going down to Darlington Raceway, and we're going to be doing a couple laps for charity.
We're going to Darlington Raceway. We're going for a charity run. We're going to do some track laps, and we got 3 generations going with us, and some church friends, and one of my church friends invited us, Russ, and we're real excited. So we're going to have a good time today.
Okay, it's a 61 Studebaker Hawk, and I got it back in November 2019, and my son Joe found it for me.
So I'll be taking blue, the 75 C2.
Well, it's a 1957 Bel Air. I ended up finding it in a barn find. My music minister at church at the time called us up and said, "Hey, you got to stop my father-in-law in his upper 70s from driving from Pensacola, Florida, all the way up to Hickory, North Carolina, and trailering a 57 Bel Air back." And I said, "How am I going to talk him out of doing that?" He said, "Buy this Bel Air, or at least say you're going to look at it." And he had 2 of these, and a convertible and this one. Anyway, I went up to the barn find, saw all these cars, there were 7 of them, and we brought 7 home. And we didn't bring them home that day, but we went up, we came back down to South Carolina and got all of our guys together with trucks and trailers and went up there and did a full day trip, long day. So we had a good time.
It was mostly done. I just had the engine gone through and the transmission and rear end and checked out to make sure brakes and all that, to make sure it would function.
We've had it in the family for about 2 years now, and I pretty much just kind of rebuilt a couple odds and ends, replaced the seals and here and there, stuff like that.
When I got it, it wasn't running. It's a dual quad, so that's 2 4-barrels, and we had to take those off because we could not get them built right. So anyway, we've done a whole lot of stuff with this. We probably spent 10 grand on just kind of getting it where it is today over time, over the last 4 or 5 years. But one of the things I did just to get it ready for this trip, because this is the longest trip I've done, and it's only an hour and a half to Darlington from where I'm at. But I haven't done anything that long. I found out the generator we had rebuilt wasn't working, so I converted it to an alternator with some friends' help. We've replaced all the exhaust on it. We've, we've replaced all the drums on it, some wheel cylinders, replaced all the fluid in the rear end, replaced the fluid in the transmission, did an oil change, adjusted the carburetor, adjusted the valves, and we're trying to do all this in-house because it costs too much money to have all that stuff done on the house.
Well, it's a part of history with all the race car drivers that have been on the track. And my son is very special to us, and my grandson as well. And this is a once in a lifetime thing.
Well, I think it's cool because we get to all spend time together and just get to do stuff as a family versus, a lot of people don't even get to do stuff like this anymore.
Well, it's a neat experience. My son, 22, my dad's 74, I'm 48, and you don't get 3 generations that enjoy something like this together very often. So all of us have classic cars, and so we're just going to do this together and have a good time, and maybe we'll do it again. I would definitely.
I'm taking that.
I'm excited. We're going to meet with some other guys right now, and we're just praying the Lord keeps us safe.
little message on the dash. It says, start engine, turn left, press accelerator to floor. All right, Russ, don't make her stop on the hill now. We're coming on through.
Okay, everybody just went around the Darlington Raceway and we had a blast. Man, I got to going about 80 miles an hour in the 57 and the tires were holding up. The air shocks in the back were doing pretty good, but it was a little sketchy. My carburetor's really acting up too. And I put any stress on it and it cuts off. So anyway, get this thing home and see what we can do. Awesome time. Probably just needs another carburetor. We'll see.